So I was about to film I was about to film a different video, and that video involved me going through old Facebook posts, right? And then I was going through them, and it was just like not fun, but then I found this one Facebook post, and I didn't think that this video existed on the internet anymore, but it does. So this is gonna be a story time video, so hello everybody, welcome to my story time. This is Dem, back at it again, and we are about to get into it. So, exactly 8 years ago, literally to the day, really, because it was April 29th, 2009, I met the beautiful, wonderful Katy Perry for the first time. And it was part of her Hello Katy tour. It was when she first came out with I Kissed a Girl, and like she was kind of a nobody. Like she was like getting famous, but she wasn't that big, okay? So like her concert was in a really small venue, and I went with my friend Cassia and Jessica, and we were meeting a friend there who goes by the name of Rebecca Luckman, who I'm still friends with till this day. It's so crazy. And we had met Rebecca through like this online Katy Perry forum. And so going to the concert, it was gonna be our first time meeting her, and we were super excited. So we went to the concert, met, whatever. The concert was a blast. I've never had so much fun in my entire life, okay? Like, I was probably like one of 5 boys in the audience, and there was one moment during the show where she sang her song called Mannequin, and in that song, she says, "You're not a man, you're just a mannequin," yada yada yada. It's basically about like an ex-lover who's basically a little bitch. And so when she performed that song, she would always dedicate it to a guy in the crowd. Not like to be rude, but just to like, you know, like dedicate it to a guy in the crowd. And so being one of maybe 5 guys in that entire crowd, it was really easy to spot me. Also, I was basically front row, so the chances were pretty good. So she was like, "Oh, are there any players in the room?" And I was like, duh, me. My 15-year-old self thought I was such a huge player because I was at a concert with like 4 girls. Little did she know back in the day. I like immediately raised my hand because I was like, I'm a player, me, pick me, okay? And so everyone started pointing at me so that like she could see me and like I would get her attention. She was like, "Oh, well, you must be a player if all the girls are pointing at you." And I was like, yes, that I am the player, that is me. So anyways, long story short, she dedicated the song to me, and it was probably like the best moment of my life.
That one, huge one, because wait, you always know when the guy's an actual player if there's a couple of girls already pointing at you. But sometimes the players need to be sent back to the factory, if you know what I'm saying. It's true. This one goes up. A real player, you're a teddy bear. You're on your face the whole time.
It's something that I like will cherish forever and ever and ever. And so whatever, after the concert, we all knew that her tour manager would come out and give meet and greet passes to like 5 or 10 Katy Cats, right? And at the time we were on the forum, we were Katy Cats, like we are the OG Katy Cats, okay? Her manager at the time, Jungle Julia, comes out, and we see her with the meet and greet passes, and I'm with Rebecca, Cassia, and Jessica, and a couple of other girls. And so Jungle Julia, instead of passing them out herself, gives them all to my girl Rebecca Luckman to hand them out, and like it was her decision on who would go meet Katy. And so I was like, fuck, like I've only known this girl for maybe like 2 hours. Like granted, we had like become friends online, but like I didn't know if she was gonna give me a meet and greet pass, you know, like she could have given it to someone else, you know? And so she ends up giving me one. And we go and we meet Katy, and that's where the story begins. So I found this video on this old YouTube channel that my friend had called Meeting Katy Perry. And it was the day that I met her. It was uploaded May 2nd, 2009. This is such like a, I wasn't planning on doing this video, and this is weird that this is happening right now. So I'm gonna go and watch this video.
Rebecca.
Cassia.
Twins. I've met you before.
Yes, at Warped Tour. But you said Cassio last time. Yeah.
I remember that. Have I met you? I met you.
No.
I was in the audience and you called me the player.
Yeah.
I remember that. Are we taking video?
Yeah.
Hi, video. Hi, Dimitri. You might as well just put us on blast then. Hi, MySpace.
YouTube. For him.
American Idol.
Literally crying.
Meeting Katy.
Are you still on video?
Yes.
Oh my god.
My heart. This makes me so emotional because we spent a good 15 minutes with her, just talking to her. She was signing our shit and it was so organic. She even was we asked her for a ride home, jokingly, but she was just so sweet and went along with everything. She shouted out my Facebook at the time. What do you mean? I think MySpace, she said MySpace too. And it was just such a surreal moment. And to think that I met one of the biggest pop stars today 8 years ago is just beyond me. After that, 2 years later, I met Katy again at her California Dreams tour in 2011. And I didn't think she was gonna remember me because first of all, I was hella ugly and chunky back in 2009. In 2011, I was super skinny and just also still ugly. But I didn't think she was gonna recognize me, and surely enough, she did. And she even remembered my friends Cassie and Rebecca, and she was like, oh, where are Cassie and Rebecca? And I was like, oh, well, Cassie moved to Colorado, Rebecca's, I don't know, going to the show in Orlando, and it was just so surreal. And that's my little storytime video, and it just goes to show that I don't know, the craziest things can happen when you least expect it. Yeah, so that's my storytime video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching this old video. It was the cutest thing in the world. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Tell me any crazy celebrity encounters that you've had. I'd love to know about them. And subscribe if you are new. So until then, until we meet again later on Chatter!
Bon appetit, baby.